What's up, my rock and roll brothers and sisters? Back at you with a little bit of a different video. Sitting up here in the museum, making some moves, and I wanted to share those moves with you all. First, before I get started, excuse my language, fuck you, Prime One. I had to say that because some guy kind of fired me up today. He said, throw him out. Don't buy anything from him. Not even if you're gonna buy it through Sideshow. And I was sitting there and I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? He's absolutely right. So, taking advice from one of the homies. Also, you can hear the little Celine Dion in the back. Hey, guys, my mom's favorite singer. So I mellow out on her, and when I'm feeling kind of a little beaten up, I'll sit there, listen to it, think about it. But anyway, let's get on with what's been going on over here. It's been a pretty eventful weekend. Made some changes, some updates in the room that I want to share with you guys and tell me what you think. And then I got some future plans for it, and I want to know what you're thinking on those future plans. Now, I had to bulletproof the room here because of the new guy who's hiding behind the cabinet over here. But I've been watching him on video and he looks pretty chill. It looks like he hasn't tried to do any more damage yet. But let's dive in. I'm gonna show you guys hands-on on what I did and what I'm thinking of doing. You guys tell me what you think. All input invited. All right, so let's give it a whirl. All right, my brothers and sisters, here we go. Some good things that actually happened this weekend. This picture, very popular picture from Sideshow some years ago, got sold out. So how I came upon this, the guy that does all my framing for all my artwork and my sports memorabilia, he does all the stuff for, you know, all the movie sets too. So about a month and a half ago, he sends me a video. He's like, Mike, what do you want? And he's in Warner Brothers back lot, and it's just a room full of all the artwork like this, just tons of it in there. And he's like, what do you want? And I saw this one. He started scrolling through things. I mean, they had everything. I didn't know they actually had the Michelle Pfeiffer one that's actually very expensive. He took that one for himself, but if I would have saw that, I would have grabbed it. But this is one of the pictures that I've been dying to get a hold of, and it's pretty expensive on the black market, and there's not much of them out there that people are unloading. So he was like, it's yours. I said, absolutely fabulous. So he framed it and he brought it out to me as just being a friend. So that's awesome. But he framed this one. I like this picture. I picked this up from Sideshow. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like a lot of pictures. Definitely not behind the statues. So what am I going to do with it? I have no idea, but I will have to make some changes for this. I may have to sell something, one or two or something like that, or expand my my DC section. But anyway, enough of that stuff. That was the good thing that actually happened this weekend. All right, let's get into this. Did purchase this right here. This is something a little different. I had to do it because I don't want that damn cat jumping over and scratching these UV protection curtains here, blinds. So built that, although he hasn't showed any indication that he would do that, but I just wanted to protect it before anything happened. All right, Wonder Woman. You guys saw the review last week. This is what I did with the display. Put her in there, put the little one in the back. Sorry about the glare, guys. I don't know, I got light coming in from somewhere. But let me see if I can get rid of that glare for everybody. So. That does work a little bit. My bad. All right. There we go. That actually works a lot. Now, when I tried to put this in, I didn't think it fit in one of the slimmer cases, but I was able to maneuver it, and it has plenty of space. You can see on each side, and I think that whole setup looks great. Gail's room, we'll just call that. I think it looks pretty sick. All right. I don't know if you guys remember that situation right there. Had to set that. I had to move that off because of the little terror jumping on shit. But I think he's fixed now. I think he's good. All right. I set up this cabinet this way. So hook that up. I think that looks pretty badass. All right, down here. Hook that up. You know, this is just kind of like the overflow case. Those two little guys in the back will get out of there one day. One day I'll pick up a little bigger Aquaman, and actually have the Tweeterhead Flash on pre-order. So when that comes in, that'll fill in that area. All right, so we did that. Okay, what I did, I moved Christopher Reeve back there and Linda Carter. Mixed them into the Lobo case. I think that goes pretty well. I think you're able to see them pretty good, and they add a nice little color to the background of the case. I think that was a good job. Now, this is where I did some significant change here. Obviously, I told you guys that, you know, this cat, I had to basically bulletproof this room. So if you guys remember where the Wonder Woman statue was, I had Ledger and Batman there. But yesterday I did receive the extended base on this. Now, it's heavy. I mean, I was really scared about putting it in here because this case, this shelf is adjustable. So I was worried about, you know, it collapsing one day because obviously 40 pounds or something like that. I think it's like 35 pounds or something like that. And then the statue's on top of it. And I think it wasn't big enough. I didn't make it big enough to see it really well. But what I did here, now, not a big fan of putting this out in the open, but I felt like I had to. It's such a phenomenal looking piece right now. I think we found the perfect spot for it now. So I think this setup looks really, really incredible. And I bulletproofed it, I believe. So the cat with the broken leg has no shot. He's got no leverage here anymore. He's got no leverage there. So I think that's a good idea. Now, my one concern about the Queen Studio Joker was always that there's no key on him. So the bench slides and moves, and he's a lift up, you know, statue. There's no key. And that was always scaring me, being that I live in California, you know, earthquake country. So what I did do on this, I'm not worried about the base going anywhere. I mean, if, like I said, if this cabinet gets knocked down, I'd be more concerned about the safety of my life in that kind of earthquake. But here's what I did do for this one. I did stick a little bit of earthquake putty right underneath his feet to kind of lock him in. So if the cat does try to get brave one day and jump up there, he ain't coming down. So all these pieces right here, she's already laying down, so she ain't going anywhere. So I think I bulletproofed it. I hope I did. And what I did also here in this little setup, I left a little space there. And the reason why I did that is because if I ever do move him or take him off, I can use a little shaver and not damage him by twisting him or, you know, maybe breaking him or snapping his leg or something like that. So that's how I set it up, so I can easily just kind of lift him up. But I mean, this thing, I mean, we may have found, I mean, us collectors were always moving shit around and doing that. Well, I know I am. I mean, I just like to get creative that way. But I think I may have found a permanent home like this. I think this is a pretty sick setup right there. So I think I'm gonna ride that for a long time. And that base, I was kind of, when it came in, I was kind of like, what am I gonna do with it? What am I gonna do? Why did I order it? But I know it was such a rare item. I don't think there was a lot of them out there. So I ordered them anyway because I thought it would go good in one of the cabinets. But being that Batman's too tall for one of the sizes that I have, he'd have to go down here. And I did put him down there in one of the big cases, and it looked like shit. And then I moved him back up here, and I think it looks pretty sick. So you guys tell me what you think on that move. And then I made some, like I said, bulletproofed over here. So this little guy cannot pop, jump, 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 jump. It's amazing. I got to revolve my my museum around a feral cat. But he's actually been pretty chill. He hasn't destroyed anything. And plus my girl, my Jonesy girl, keeps his ass in line. But I think that's all I got on that. Now here's my idea, guys. Tell me what you think on this. My wife is like looking at me cross-eyed when I told her about this. Okay, thinking about moving this, taking out the small one, sliding this down to where it's even right here, putting this big case right there, so I would have 3 tall ones, one on the side. So we'd go 3. So basically I'm putting in another long one in there and taking out that small one. And obviously, you know, my wife was asking me, she was like, well, what are you gonna do with the small one? I said, I'm gonna put it here, and then I'm gonna add the big one. It's gonna look like that again. She's like, no, you got too much, I said, it's called future stock. I'm already planning for the future. But that's it. All right, guys, well, good touching base with you all. And I don't know if this video is longer than I wanted it to be, but let me know what you think. Hopefully you dig the changes, and we'll chat soon. Peace, my brothers.